getting up off the floor, there's some different techniques. What I like to do is teach the same way every time to give you a toolbox of how to get up off the floor. Because let's be honest, if we fall out in the wild, there's a lot going on. Your anxiety goes up. You know, there may be people around kind of, are you okay? Are you okay? Your job, if you find yourself on the ground not on purpose, is to kind of go through your toolbox and say, hold on, I know how to approach this problem. I have a solution. So it's to practice the same way every time. So at the beginning, I'm going to go through, show you that get up, and then we're going to slow it down. And I'm going to give you exercises kind of at each phase on where you can get stronger. Because there may be some parts of this exercise where you're like, this is so hard, I cannot do this. Maybe that's cannot yet. Or maybe it's I can't do it without assistance. And that too is important. So while it's only me showing you, I'm going to give you some ideas of where someone can help you effectively so you're not stuck in that position of you're on the ground and they're pulling you up straight ahead. That's really hard on them and you. So let's get to it. So I'm going to start out with showing you how to get down on the floor on purpose, because the best way to practice this is to get down and get back up. So the first thing that I have everybody do, have a surface that you can use that's either a chair, a sofa, the side of your bed, a sturdy coffee table, something that's lower that is kind of a step up for something for you to hold on to, okay? So I'm facing the chair. I'm going to use my chair in this. Both hands are on the chair. My shoulders are over my wrists, okay? So if we're out like this, that puts a lot of strain on our body. We're looking to stay as strong as we can. So from here, there's a few options because we all have knees that are different. So some people can't do the knees. Another way to practice this is put a pillow down so when you go down, it's not as hard as the surface. So a few ways we can do this. If you're strong enough and it works, we're going to reach one leg back and then we soften those knees. Okay, and from this position, we're strong, we're stable. I've got my foot down, I've got the other foot, and I've got both arms. So I still have 4 points. My weight is centered. From here, I'm going to take down the other knee, and then we're going to come to the floor into a crawl and crawl backwards. Okay, so that's the first thing that we're going to do. From here, how do I get myself on my back? Because we're gonna work to move from all the way on your back to back up. So from here, I don't have as much room, so I'm going to move sideways a bit. Okay, I'm going to go down to my elbows. And then I'm going to lengthen my knees a little bit and take my hips to the side. Okay, so that's a lot of work here. I've turned to the side and I'm on the floor. From here, one hand here, reach your bottom arm down and lay down. Head down, rolling all the way to your back. Take your knee up, shift your weight, and we're on the floor. Okay, we can go all the way legs straight on the floor. We're laying down. So how do we get back up? I'm just going to demonstrate. I'm going to bend my knees first because that's going to help me roll to the side. I'm going to take my arm that's going to be on the top, reach both arms out. Okay, so airplane arms on the floor. Reach the outside arm up, push and roll it all the way to high five that other leg. Bring your knees forward. So now I'm on my side. This next move is one of the hardest ones. I got to come up to a half sit. Use that top arm on the floor. This bottom arm, you get to push into to help lift you. We're also going to use a little momentum. So we're going to roll forward a bit to prop yourself up. That move right there can be very challenging, okay? So I'm going to go through it again. We're going to prop yourself up here. Take that top leg, push it out. Whatever momentum we can get, here's where we want to use our momentum. All right, bottom arm here, pull it back a little bit. And now we're in this side lying position. From here, we got to get to that crawl. Sometimes that's the hardest part because hips are heavy. Okay, stay low. We want to get those hips up. This is hard. Getting those hips up into a crawl and then widen the knees. Okay, so when you get up, they're close, right? Here, get the knee, outside knee down, pull them wide. Now I'm in a more stable crawl. I'm centered on all four of my limbs. From here, I'm going to get one hand, the other hand, we're coming up to a crawl, and then we're going to crawl back to our chair, whatever we have that we're using, and we can rest here. Okay? And from here, hands, bring that upper body up. We got to get that foot back. So this next step, again, this is a hard step, so we're going to have to press through those legs and the arms. Get the weight forward. The hips are heavy. That's what we want to get up. Coming forward, strong legs. 1, 2, 3. Push, 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 push. Get that back leg up. Soft knees. From here, I want you to make sure you're stable. Okay? Eyes up. This is where we do those squats, right? We're in that squat. Once you get your chest up, make sure the weight's on your legs. Okay? If your weight is still on the arms, your balance is going to be off. Weight on the legs. Find your balance here. Eyes up. Stand up. Okay, so that is all the way down on purpose, all the way back up on purpose. So now, how do we get stronger throughout that movement? Let's go to it. So we're going to go back to our get down. And here, again, I'm just going to give you some exercises to do to help with those points that are really hard. Hands on the chair, step it back. Okay, this first one, soft knee, press to straight. Soft knee, press to straight. This exercise right here is where we start. Okay, you'll feel some work in those thighs. And if we're doing this for an exercise, we're going to do it here. And then we're going to switch legs. Down and up. Bring that leg forward. Take the other leg back. Down and up. Down and up. Now, in this position, I still have your arms extended. Okay, so you have arms long. We can also practice this in more of a forearm. This will get you a little lower. So it feels a little different. It may feel better. Play with it. See what works better for you. Again, with a toolbox, you want well-seasoned tools in there. So we need to practice. Okay, good. Now, we're going to go all the way down and pause here. Now, this position, come back up on your arms. So we're in a tall half kneel. Okay, one leg's down, one leg's up. This exercise right here is where we work on that mobility and that stretch. So we're tall, pull yourself up. Now, this leg that's straight, give a little press forward. You may feel an opening in the front. That's what we're looking for, that stretch. Take a deep breath. I'm going to show you face on. When we're kneeling, that front leg is out wide, so you have a better base of support. Okay, so right now I'm stretching through that straight leg. I'm holding the chair in the middle, but that other leg is out a little bit wide. From here, we can reach up. Now we're getting a stretch up that whole body. Same arm of the leg that is down. And we're just stretching, reaching. Good. Pull it down. Now let's switch legs. So I'm just going to do it here. You're facing, well, I'll show you. You're facing here. So now I'm bringing that other leg up into the side. Okay. Sitting up tall, kneeling up tall, and stretching through that other hip flexor. Okay, hip flexors are right here. They flex the hip. We're stretching. Okay, as you're ready, you're holding onto the chair, you can reach that same arm up to really get the lengthening through that whole side. So why are stretching the hip flexors important? They're attached right to that pelvis, low back. This is your foundation of your whole upper body. We want to make sure that we're working well through our pelvis. Okay, so nice and tall. Good. All right, now we're going to go both knees down. Get both of those knees down. And I've got an exercise for you here because that's how we roll. Forearms on that chair. This is a plank. Okay, this is our work at a plank. Toes are tucked. Okay, you're looking down at your hands on the chair. So on your forearms, toes are tucked. Together, you're going to pull your belly button to your spine, nice and tight through your center. We're going to lift those knees up. Okay, it may be just a little to start, but it's a lot of exercise, a lot of movement through here. All these muscles are working. So we're just going to go to lift those knees up. Now, right now, you might not be able to get both knees up. That's okay. You can still work, feel those muscles while trying to work to lift, okay? You can come all the way up to straight knees. Hold that plank down. Make sure your hips are in line, and then bend your knees down. So keep your body nice and straight. Lift the knees and lower. Lift the knees and lower. Up and down. Up and down. Not easy, right? That's why it's an exercise. Good. Okay, rest. So that is strengthening, working to strengthen at that last part of the get up or the get down. All right, next up, we're coming to the floor. Back to your crawl. Crawl backwards. Okay, so this is the moving off to the side. We have first a hip shift. This is range of motion. So knees are even with your pelvis, so there's some space between your knees. We're going to shift all the way to one side and then all the way to the other side. Now you might not be able to do this right now. I'll show you head on, shifting one way and the other way, trying to sit on each side. Trying to sit on each side. Good. Okay, so I'm going to take you with me. We're going to one side. Go to the side that's more comfortable for you. Okay, now we're side sitting. So this next one, again, is mobility. We're just going to open up to the ceiling, reach that arm back, and then bring it down to the floor. Open it up and close it. So we're working through your chest to kind of find that mobility, that rotation. Okay, next up, we're going to come down to our elbow. Elbows on the floor. This next exercise is challenging. They all are. It's not easy to get up from the floor. We're going to do a side plank. So that means we're going to stick with knees bent. I want you to be a plank from your shoulders to your knees. So a lot of times when we're down here, we're more in the fetal position. Your knees are forward. Bring your feet behind you so you're nice and straight in front. All right, a lot of work on this bottom shoulder. If that works for you, that's what we're doing. You can have a hand down. We're going to work to have that hand up. We're lifting the hips. Lift those hips up. And then back down. Again, if that's too much, you can use that top arm, but I want you to work to transition without using it. So we're doing a side plank. Up and down, up and down. We can also do this on the other side, okay? So after we do this, I'm not going to show you today, but if you're practicing and getting yourself stronger, same thing on the other side, okay? So the side plank, get yourself in line, lift and lower. All right, now we're going all the way to the floor. Take that long arm out, lay on the floor, bring those knees up, shift your hips, give yourself a pause, kind of check in. How are we doing? A lot of times when we fall, this is about the position that you're in. Always, if you fall not on purpose, do a body check first, okay? Kind of do a body scan. How's my head? Did I hit my head? Do I have any area that's really hurting? Are my hips okay? Do they hurt? Okay, kind of lay flat, try not to move a lot, and just do that body scan. If something really hurts, be smart, call an ambulance, call for help. It's better to be safe in that situation than try and move and hurt yourself worse, okay? Next up, we're gonna bend your knees and we're gonna do a bridge. And again, this is just working to strengthen through all of the points of this movement. Knees are bent at least hip width apart, if not a little further. And you want them as close to your hips as you can. From here, squeezing the glutes, you're gonna elevate, lift those hips up into a bridge. Okay, and lower down. Lift, peel up, and then lower down. There's a lot of work on the backside here. We're just going to lift and lower. Up and down. We'll go 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, now we're going to go ahead, do just mobility. We're going to bring those knees closer. Airplane arms. We're just going to take those knees off to one side and the other. One side, then the other. Big stretches. You'll feel this. Do what works for you. If this rotation is too much, please don't do it. Listen to your body. All right, next move. Rolling to our side. Arms are out. Roll both knees to one side. And take that upper arm all the way. Give yourself a high five. All right. From here, if your energy is low and you have fallen, this next move can be really hard. If someone is there to help you, again, you want them positioned behind you, and their first job is to help you get into your half sit. So from here, if you're able, you're going to put a hand down. You're going to roll forward a little bit either way, and then try to get that elbow under you. So what I do if I'm helping someone who has very little energy left or cannot do that is I help lift the upper body from behind and get that kickstand, get that prop down, okay? So that's important. Then the next step, and the way that I would help, is I would position myself from behind under the hips. So as you come forward, we get that top knee forward because we're going to come into our crawl here. So this is where that side plank comes in handy. We got to lift those hips, and this is where you lift your hips and they would help. Keep pushing the hips over, and you may need to go forearm here. Okay, and then get your knees wide and push your hips back over your feet. Okay, so this is somewhat of a child's pose. So what I want you to do now for the exercise here, reach those arms out. You're going to come forward over your hands. You feel your elbows getting weighted. Then push your hips back. Big range of motion. Forward, hold, and back. Forward, hold, and back. So you can notice, okay, my arms are getting heavy. They're working hard. Push those hips back. Oh, they're not working as hard. Stay back this time. Now, slide back, get one hand down and the other. Now our upper body's up a little bit more. Okay? We have a lot more on our legs. Come into that crawl. Good. Crawl back over to our chair, to your coffee table, to your sofa, your bed, whatever you're using. Hands are up. Okay, keep those feet wide. For a lot of people, if this is challenging, this is a good rest place. Okay, rest here. Make sure you're not dizzy. Make sure you have enough energy for that next part. And if your caregiver is there, they would still be positioned behind you. So the next part, I'd have them put their hands on my hips to help lift the hips. Because again, those hips can be heavy. So from here, I'm going to show you two ways to get up. Either that 1 foot lunge. Okay, so from here, you're going to come to your lunge first, get those arms ready. Okay, we're going to come forward onto our arms, legs push, 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 lift, lift, lift those hips. Bring the foot in. Hold it there. Shift your weight to make sure those legs are holding it. Eyes up, look up. That's the one way. I'm going to show you that other way. So I'm going to come down quickly, back to my kneeling. So this may work better for you, especially if your knees don't bend as well. Okay, this is all challenging on rough knees. From here, we're going to plank up. We're going to do that plank that we practiced. So 1, 2, 3, knees up. I'm pushing, I'm pushing. Now I got to walk. Okay, now I got to walk those feet in. Shift weight, walk, walk, walk. Again, bend the knees here so I can get my hands up, eyes up, stand up. So there we go. There's step by step by step, practicing those exercises and working to get up from the floor. That's always a hard thing to do. Using something stable that you can help assist you is great. Once you get this using and kind of putting that into your toolbox, then I challenge you to do some workouts where you're getting up without using it at all. So I'm going to get down real quick and show you this. Same way every time. Back to my crawl. Okay, shifting. Going down lower. Hips go one way. Reach that arm out. I'm back on my back. Can I get up without using? Okay, into my crawl. Okay, from here, is it possible? Can I get a foot up? Couple ways. Either lift those hips, eyes up here. Okay, sneak that foot in. Look, I'm in a big squat. I'm going to lift my head, neck, and chest. I'm going to stand up. Okay, or I'm down here. I can get my torso up. Am I strong enough to do a lunge from the floor up? I'm up tall. I'm not dizzy. Hand here. Imaginary hand. Just kind of reach it up. You can go 1, 2. We're all moving on 3. 3. Wide feet. Keep those feet wide because when we come up, we certainly don't want to lose our balance first thing off, right? Nice and balanced. So that's the get up from the floor. We are going to finish like we finish all our workouts. Here we go with a big breath together. Breathing in. And out. In. And out. One more in. And out. Through your center, nice and strong. Well done. If you have any questions, let me know and we'll see what we can answer. Good job today.